everybody, welcome to church. We got about 5 minutes before the service starts, so here are some church-appropriate dance moves you can do whenever the Spirit moves you. So get on up and let's sweat to some scriptures. Or maybe not, or just here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure, it's on the face. See it on the face. Yeah. Bring it together. Here we go. Let it go. You take the stone, you let it go. You're unhindered by armor. Let that elbow sway. Elbow, 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 elbow. Okay. One of my personal favorites. Resurrection. You gotta get down to get back. Keep working it, guys. Keep working. You're doing great. I'm doing great. I'm getting a little tired. Crushed it. Crushed it. You gotta crush it. Crush that. We gotta stomp hard. Stomp hard. Stomp hard. You're crushing it. Crushing it. Crushing it. Yeah. Good break there, good break. Good job, guys. Here we go, ready? Get that whip going. Scare those tax collectors. Those merchants. Yeah, those merchants. Sure you look afraid. And this is salt. You look back and salt, salt, salt. Salt, 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 salt. Oh boy. I come getting you. You're doing great, everybody. Oh, almost. Okay, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. Here we go. Hold it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Wrestle with God, wrestle with God, wrestle. You gotta wrestle with God and he hits your hip. You'll walk like this for the rest of your life. But that's okay, because you got his blessing. 2 minutes left. No wonder. I'm gonna go for the bucket. No! I'm not gonna puke. Okay. Sharp the knife. Ride the horse up the mountain with the knife. Put your boy in the back. Hoist it up. No! Hoist it up. Abraham, no! Hoist it up. Abraham, no! 1 minute 30, guys. We can do this. Okay, this one's important. The meekness is important. All right, 1 minute, guys. We're doing great. Keep it meek, but then watch this. This is not meek. Coming at the end. With swords! Swords! Cut down the enemy! Land him dead! Land him dead! Land him dead! Whew! Whew! Yeah, there. You do it! This one's important too. We're sowing the seeds. Here we go. Sowing her. Make sure you hit that fertile ground. Stay away from the ground. Watch your back. No, God's got it for you. Watch your back. No, God's got it for you. I don't know much more I can do this. You're gonna have to take it for me. On the last push. Literally. Samson. Okay, guys, we have to start. Let's just start the service.
Hello and welcome to Lockdown Live. I don't know where Dom is. He could be anywhere. There's a really good chance
I'm in the basement.
that he's in the basement. In case you missed this. And I know I don't. Oh, look. Here he comes.
Press Luby, get like a fishing reel going. Like pretend you're reeling in a fish. Don't pretend to look so miserable. Be happy about it. Okay, right.
Oh. Okay.
Hello, Sunny Hill. How are you guys doing today? Good to see lots of you in the chat space.
Oh my goodness.
I can see you all here. Say hello if you're in the chat room. We just want to acknowledge you're here. Hey, Teresa. Good to see you. And Sue Price in the room. Sorry, I got a big butt. He's
just had lunch. We've literally just hurriedly eaten lunch.
And Teresa saying, Danny, I'd love to see you do that countdown. What I'm going to be proposing, I was just saying to Louise, is when we're back in the room, yes, Jonathan Scampton, correct, back in the basement.
Don't miss those days. Don't miss those days.
Well, I should have come down from the attic, I think, shouldn't I? Whoa. But what we were saying is that when we're back in the room, maybe we should get people to film some Bible dance move and we compile it into a countdown.
Yeah.
If you like the sound of that and you'd be willing to do a little kind of filming session of you, your family, your spouse, or you on your own doing a what's this, Alan Cook? Feel so sorry for Lou with you small boy.
Thanks,
what?
This is the worst
we
one,
keep her young. We stop her from getting old and decrepit. It's good. Yeah, but I think that's a great idea. We should do a countdown
I think
timer.
so. And I think a lot of people have said that they think that chap looks like Andy Pink.
Yes.
And I think that's brilliant because I think
Definitely.
Andy Pink would do a great version of dipping at the Last Supper. Dipping at the Last Supper, was it?
You've got to think about...
Would be meek. He's meek on the donkey. He's meek.
Hey, Louise Dalrymple. He's me. Joe Mengel.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Oh, look, Anthony's... To be fair, Anthony would be absolutely wicked at this.
Right, okay, Anthony, come up with some ideas, some Bible-inspired dance moves that we could... Like, you surely can have blowing the trumpet. Blowing the trumpet.
Yeah, the walls come down.
Jericho's down. Like, we should do definitely some...
There's definitely there. What's Teresa's?
You need to...
Teresa
Teresa
would be another great one at it, to be fair. Teresa's got some moves.
Okay, I think we should definitely do a poll. Who thinks that Teresa should be doing some countdown dancing?
Come on, Teresa.
You know, because obviously when we're back in the room, we're kind of limited to how much we can move and all that. So it'd be great if in the countdown, everyone could get all
And
their...
that's kind of what we're here to talk about, isn't it? As much fun as it is to talk to you about silly dance moves.
Big time.
We are here because Sunny Hill is getting physical.
Look, we've got a picture of Phil when he got the news about us going back to physical gatherings. Look, here we go.
There he is. So excited. Just so
There we go. There he is. His eyes lit up like he won the lottery.
Just to give some context to that, because I think in the last Lockdown Live or in something that Richard was on, he kind of explained why we tend to call Phil Flash. That's kind of our nickname, has been for a long time, our nickname for Phil. And that character there is Flash from Zootropolis, and he's just the most slow-moving thing ever. Like Phil Collins.
A lot of Louise Dalrymple saying can't wait for the dance to happen.
Yeah, can't wait to see Teresa dancing. Me neither. I can't wait for that. That's going to be great.
Teresa's going to be so good.
It's going to be great.
Yeah, part in the sea. We've got to do it. Oh, she says, if you, I will.
Yes. You see, that's a risky move there because he's got no shame, Teresa. No shame.
Who are we talking about, me or someone else?
Yeah, never mind. Anyway, how are you feeling about us gathering again?
I am buzzing about it. I'm so excited about it. I've missed church, and I know that I don't think we are all keen to try and get back to the way it was. I think like there's an opportunity in this season to kind of, you know, what does God want to do in us and how things might look a little bit different. But just to see faces again, you know, whenever you see
only the
a
top
church
half
face,
of people's face though.
Yeah,
you can only see this much of people's face.
But it's still something. Whenever I see anyone from church, I'm like, oh, I
know.
You.
So nice.
I missed you.
So
I missed you.
I don't think people really understand what it's like to lead church through a camera, right? Like,
probably not.
That is a different a different thing altogether.
Well,
So we
what's
can't
weird
wait
is
to
like,
see people
you know,
in the
when
room.
I crack an absolutely hilarious joke on a Sunday and there's no laughter in the room because you're on camera,
There's no
I just
laughter
know.
the problem is there's no laughter in any room. Like in all of the different rooms that Sunny Hill is in at the moment. There's
Yeah.
no laughter in any of those rooms.
Yeah, well, you know, all I'm saying is that I know that when I see someone from Sunny Hill, or if someone at Sainsbury's just touches me accidentally, but very appropriately, Louise, I'll be getting my beans off the shelf.
That's it.
Contact.
Just wants to be physical.
Let's get physical. Physical.
It's going to be great. Definitely looking forward to it. Lots of people in the room looking forward to it as well.
Yeah, Gemma Burney saying exciting and
yeah.
hopefully.
Keeping an eye on the happenings.
On the
regarding
happenings.
that, for sure.
And Colin Mengle is saying, let's do the Sunny Hill stroll into church dance move. I like that.
Ooh, Sunny Hill stroll, the flexible church.
Come on, show us your flexible church dance.
Flexible church. Oh yeah, we can't wait. It's going to be great. It's going to be so good.
Lou's saying we don't laugh at your jokes, we sigh.
Yeah, that's true. You just get them a
Can I
little
just say
time.
to that, right? Can I just say, whenever I'm feeling down, right? Whenever I'm feeling down, you need to hear this because as your pastor, a lot of mental health issues out there at the moment. When I'm feeling down, what I like to do is tuck up my legs, put my knees under my chin and lean forward. That's how I roll.
Does that count as a sigh?
I think
It
you
was
guys
more
are
of
too
a-
harsh.
it
I think
was
that's
more
funny.
of a creak.
Listen, I know for a fact if Billy Graham would have cracked that joke in one of his
Billy Graham's hilarious.
stadium, one of his
Billy
stadium
Graham's
full
hilarious.
of people, they would have been cracking up.
True.
But yeah, all I'm saying is that when I'm
Anyway.
feeling down, I took
That's
my
how
knees
you
up
roll.
under my chin and I lean forward. That's how I roll.
It's going to be good. We can see sigh. There we go.
That's so harsh.
Sigh.
Louise, I've got a year's
Sigh.
worth of good jokes
Run.
that I cannot wait.
Run.
Okay, Hattie's saying, oh man, sad times. Okay, right, here we go.
Oh, come on.
So here's a question for you. Why can't you see, is that how it goes? Why don't you see elephants hiding in trees? Come on, answer that, right? Why don't you see elephants hiding in trees? Thank you. I'm going to acknowledge that comment. Patricia, you've always been my
Aw.
favorite. Pat, I miss you. I love you. I can't wait to see you. You get on the front row. I need your energy around me. Like, so come on. So why don't you see elephants hiding in trees?
Why don't you see elephants hiding in trees, Dom?
Louise doing saying this better be good.
It's not. It's not.
Charlotte Ashton, I miss you guys.
Oh, Charlotte.
I assume that she's talking to me.
She's talking to me.
She's talking to me.
She doesn't even know you. So.
Okay, so people don't know. So why don't you see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're so good at it. Because they're so good at it.
Yeah, that's what they're famous
Because
for.
they're so good at it. Get it? Oh my
look,
god.
Hattie got it. Hattie got it. She called it. She got it.
Okay, I've got a little poem. I want to
Oh,
read
there's
to you.
more.
Do you want to hear my poem?
I can't wait till he's in the room with more people than just me, in
Right.
all honesty.
Well,
Let's share the load.
I
Share
like
the
the fact
burden.
that Charlotte Ash said they can't climb. Anthony was like, because they eat the trees.
Hattie got it.
Charlotte's like, oh.
There we go.
Okay, I want to perform a
Smart.
poem to you, okay?
Go for it.
Okay. Are you listening to this poem? This poem's really just going to really inspire you today on your Thursday lunchtime. I dig. You dig. We dig. Okay, it's not very good, but it is deep.
Oh, gosh. Oh, God.
Come on. You're so harsh, man. That is a great joke. Come on, serious. Serious.
Stephen just dot.
I dig.
Like,
You dig. We dig.
oh, my gosh.
It's not a great poem, but it is deep.
I like this one. Why didn't you ever see Dom telling jokes in a drink? Because he's no good at it.
What?
I'm sure that counts as trolling.
I think that's where that's cyberbullying. Right,
That's hilarious.
cyberbullying. Mark Zuckerberg, if you're tuning
Aw.
into this, ban her.
Look, though.
Give her some Donald Trump treatment.
That's only a mother's love. That's
Thank
what
you,
that
Mum.
is.
Everyone
Only-
else can go fly a kite.
Amazing. Anyway, we
I'm
can't
going.
wait to
I'm
get
going. I don't want to.
I'm worried
I don't
that
want.
no one's coming back now.
I don't want any part of this nonsense.
I'm worried that this is not a good setup.
I don't want any part of this nonsense.
Just guys, you got to help me out because it is tough. It's been a year now, a year of those jokes with no one else to hear them. Just me and the sounding board, and there's like 8 of them. There's literally 8 jokes, so we just keep working through the same 8. It's tough. He's back. He couldn't resist.
So I was out there, and someone said, "Hey Dom, what's your favourite chocolate?" And I said, "Whisper," and he said, "What's your favourite chocolate?" Okay. No, I said, "Oh." He said, "What's your favourite chocolate?" And I said, "Oh, twirl." And he said, "What's your favourite chocolate?" Okay.
Amazing.
Hattie, this is cyberbullying. Look at what Hattie's saying. Not only is she aggressively going after my humour and joke selection,
True, though, you do look at
she's
it.
going after my wardrobe attire.
Is that because the Netflix documentary you've watched and now you're just
Drive to Survive. If you haven't seen that documentary, so good. Okay, let's see this joke. Did you hear about the glass blower who inhaled and got a pain in his stomach? Boom.
Wow.
Thank you.
Jonathan, you and Dom would just
Out the park.
really
My
hit
brother.
it off.
My brother. I think our humour was definitely appreciated more in Australia. We should definitely go and catch a plane over there.
I'm not sure it is.
I'm sure they love it over there.
Yes, I do.
I'm at work. She's at my work.
This
is my work.
Yes, believe it or not. It's counts.
Kate Upshall saying DPD driver, I thought. What about her? Look at her.
Look at her.
Earrings, curly hair. At least start with her.
Yeah.
At least give her some grief. Seriously.
That's so funny.
Hey Tiffany, how's the baby now? I mean, it's crazy. Like, I don't know how old would they be now?
Oh my gosh.
I reckon.
It's been so long. It's been so long.
How
to see
old?
anybody.
6 months?
I think it's going to be crazy when we're gathered together. But we know that not everybody is going to gather back, right?
No. But before we get onto the serious stuff, Luby,
Okay.
go on. What's blue and square?
Oh, go on, Charlotte.
What's blue and square?
Tell us.
A blue square. It's got to be a blue square.
Do you reckon? If it is, then again, you and Charlotte would just absolutely hit it off.
Oh, I want to know. Charlotte, give us the goods.
Oh, she's
I need some jokes for Sunday. Got to keep it raining.
Oh, goodness me.
Lou.
Oh, wait a minute. Look, I noticed you ignored that one.
No one gives a fig about that one,
That one
Louise.
didn't get the cut, so... Oh, okay, here we go.
An orange in disguise. Nice. All right, that's good. Right, I'm making a note of that one.
Good. He's got that one. And Jonathan's.
Louise Dalrymple. It's
Pizza
sad.
delivery.
It's sad. I know that you've registered to come a week on Sunday, but we've had to revoke that application. We've had to decline that request.
No, you can't. She serves on 3 teams.
Oh, okay.
You're welcome, Louise. You're welcome.
Well, we're going to have to work out because the new attire for volunteers is a red sweatshirt and a red cap. And then we'll give you some grief.
She would work it.
And Jonathan Scampton saying, welcoming us anytime. Looking forward to seeing you this Sunday.
You're preaching on Sunday in Australia, aren't you?
I'm preaching in Melbourne on Sunday.
Nice.
That's going to be a lot of travel, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of travel.
A lot of travel.
Right.
Look forward to it.
Okay.
She's saying deep sigh.
Another deep sigh. I can just imagine it. I'm sighing with you, Louise. I'm sighing with you.
So sad, isn't it?
It's not perfect. But we can't wait. We cannot wait to be in the room together. The 4th of April, Easter Sunday. And Easter Sunday is always a big one, isn't it? In the Christian calendar, Easter is a big one. But how crazy is this going to be? First time back in a room together in a whole year.
No, let's think. It's actually going to be 56 weeks of not meeting in a physical location.
Wow.
So well done for those of you who are tracked with us online all that time. We know it's hard.
We do.
We know that online isn't a replacement for in the room. And we know that online, whilst it's, it's better than nothing, just that sense of connection and community that's so vital for the church.
Yeah.
Just can't really work out on Zoom and
Not
on
quite
other
as good,
spaces.
is it?
It's not
Although I
quite
think we've done well as a
High five,
group
Luby.
of humans. We have done well to adjust
One
to
back
life
up,
in this scene. Goodness me. But we're excited, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
But we've popped on today because we know that a lot of people have some questions.
Yeah.
And we saw them in the thread on the Sunday, because although we weren't there, we were watching from home, experiencing like online church in our homes, which was weird.
Well
for
done.
us as
Like
well.
it's weird.
It was
We discipline ourselves, so we engage with it like we're at church. So we're
Yeah.
amening, we're making notes, we're praising,
Singing
we're
along,
singing.
taking communion.
We make an intentional decision whenever
Yeah.
we're not at church to engage with it as though we're in the room with everybody.
But it's hard.
But it is hard.
It is
And
hard.
so we
It is
look
hard.
forward.
And the kids are in and out and stuff like that. It's not quite the same, is it?
Mm.
And no, and I want to be sat behind someone who can really sing. And so do you.
Quietly.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll come to that. We've got some answers for your many
We got
questions.
some. We got some.
So
That's how
if
we
you
roll.
have questions this afternoon,
Yeah, put your questions in the
Put your
chat.
questions in the chat. We will do our very best to answer them for you today. But knowing that we don't have all of the answers to all of
I've
the
got all the
questions,
answers,
you
however.
will blag
She
me.
doesn't have many.
I don't.
I've got them all. Oh, look at this. This is cool. Kate saying, I never knew about you guys until it went online.
That's nice.
That is so cool.
Oh, good. Oh, that's lovely.
Well, we love the fact that you've rallied with us in this online
Yay.
season.
Part of the fam.
And I hope one day eventually we get to meet you
Yes.
face to face. In fact, we should write a song about that.
Let's not do it now. Right,
Okay,
so we've
fine.
got some things we need to say now, though.
Stop
haven't
elbowing me, Luby.
we? Oh, people's time is losing.
Okay, right, let's get to it. Right, the 10 Commandments.
Was that what you've done?
I've done the 10 Commandments for Sunday gatherings. Now, I haven't come up with these because I'm not really good at rules, but I've been told that this is what we're aiming for. This is the kind of practice and the experience that people can expect when they can come on Sunday. Now, let us just say this at the front end, that we are fully aware, and Stephen, you don't even live in the area, so you can whistle, my brother. So we're aware that not everyone is mad keen to get back in the room.
Yeah, and we so appreciate that, don't we? Because
Not really. No, I'm joking.
No, we do. We know it's really hard, and it's not just for the COVID reason, but a lot of people have been shut away indoors, haven't really mixed with people. So the idea of then going into a room full of, well, not full, but a room with people in it feels a bit daunting, and it will take some time before maybe a lot of people feel confident to do that. So we are having. We're continuing to have a fully online presence.
We're committed. And that's why we've been broadcasting out of that room. We've been broadcasting for the last couple of months, is because we wanted to get you ready for that transition, because nothing's really going to change. Your Sunday experience, if you're staying online, nothing is really going to change. All it's going to be is other people are going to be in the room, but you most likely won't see them anyways. But it's cool.
The cameras are high, aren't they?
So if you're staying online, you don't need, and obviously Louise doing saying the hub is a great starting place
and
too.
we will come to that. Thank you, Louise.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so rule numero una, please, can I get a roll? And the first commandment is face masks are mandatory
Amen to that.
unless exempt.
So we will only see this much of your face, but it's still better than none of your face.
Why don't you invest in a good face mask that, like, with a printed version of your face underneath?
Yeah, we miss your face.
Or the face you've always wanted. Maybe you want me to give you a picture of the lower half
I was
of my
thinking the
face.
other day how weird it is to see someone's full face. Like, do you know, like, it's been so long since we've seen a full face out and about, isn't it?
Yeah.
It almost was a
I
bit
forgot
shocking
what it looks like.
when you see someone. I stood at the school gates the other day, and someone had their full face out, and it was a bit like, whoa.
Streaker!
I still feel a bit like, oh gosh, you took me by surprise. Cover yourself up.
Put it
mate.
away!
Put it away. Felt a bit, weird. But yeah, so face masks are mandatory, and we've actually just found out some really important information.
This is important.
This is key. Listen up. Visors, these things, they don't count as a face mask. So if you want to wear a visor, you also have to wear a face mask. You're like double whammying.
And just to be on the safe side, put a bit of gaffer tape around it, gaffer tape
Yeah.
your chin down the side.
do it all.
Keep your germs to yourself.
Yeah, so that's a new thing from the government that's just been released, isn't it? That people used to wear visors in shops and that was okay. Not anymore, guys. Face shields. Here, Anthony's just asked it. No, that's the same thing. The visor thing, the face shield. No. Sucks. But yeah, so you're going to need to wear a mask unless you're exempt. But if you're exempt, you don't need to wear a visor. A visor is kind of irrelevant, I think, is the message that the government is saying, that it doesn't actually control the or stop the spread of germs.
Thank you, Charlotte. You wonderful, beautiful person.
Oh, that's nice. It's
So
lovely.
face masks are mandatory.
Yeah.
Obviously, those involved in ministry on the platform, when they're preaching or when they're singing or in the band, they won't be wearing them because they're classed as performers. So that's
But we
why.
quickly put them back on again when we get off the platform, don't we?
You do, my bear. Okay, and I do too, most of the time. Okay, the second commandment is this: social distancing. We are enforcing a 1 meter plus rule.
Yes.
Okay, so basically, if you are exempt and you don't wear a face mask, we kind of want you to do your 2 meter social distancing. But if you're in a face mask, then actually we can do a 1 meter distancing. But we'll be trying to be even better than that and keeping our distance as much as possible. Like I say, this when we do come back, it is going to be a little bit weird for a while, but it's still better to be in the room, even with all of these restrictions, because I do believe that they're going to lift and ease, and slowly we're going to gain back some proximity and stuff like that. Yeah. What is this about today?
It's true.
What about this?
We did because Adam and Free wore visors for a little while, didn't they? Face shields, and we did joke that you would need wipers if you wore one.
The only thing that's going to happen, Louise, if I spit on someone, is that they're going to get healed of COVID. They ain't going to catch COVID. They're going to get anointed.
Oh, this is a good question. Can we stand to worship? Yes, you can. You can absolutely stand to worship.
Danny, I've got a little something for you here, my man. No!
Splash Zone. We will be providing ponchos at the door.
COVID compliant ponchos.
Yes, so anyway, you can absolutely stand and worship with the worship band as they play. Yeah,
so Teresa, can we sing I Can't Wait for Corporate Worship? Okay, so let's get into some of this stuff, okay?
There we go.
So we'll carry on working through our list. The next thing is that if you register for the 9 a.m., we want you to get there for 8:50 a.m., right? Because we've got to process that,
That's
make
for the
sure that
9
you're registered.
service.
Yeah, if you're at the 9 a.m., if you registered for the 9 a.m., we want you there 10 minutes before 8:50. If you registered for the 11 a.m., what is it, Louie?
10:50?
Oh, do you want to see Louise do the 24-hour clock? It's so funny.
Oh,
Louise,
don't.
18:30. What is it?
18, 19, 7, 6. 6:30.
That's right, but what was the process you just went on?
didn't,
What was
I
the
just-
little segue?
It was panic is what happened there. Just pure panic.
Okay, Luke,
the
you ready for this?
24-hour clock.
21:45. What is that?
30. 29. What is it? 21, 9 o'clock. 9:15, whatever it was.
9:45.
9:45.
Concerning.
It's not easy for lots of people.
So if you struggle with time, don't ask Louise to be a wingman. No good. Wing person.
We should also say
Inclusive.
that in our services, we have a 9 a.m. and an 11 a.m. service
At Pool.
at our Corfmullen site, our Pool campus. The 9 a.m. service is literally just people in a room, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's no broadcasting out of that service. It's just live in the room service.
Yeah.
And then our 11 a.m. is broadcast service. So if you're coming to the 11 a.m. service, it will be a little bit different again, because there'll be moments where we stop and look at a camera and the room goes a bit quiet, and it's just another sort of adopting a slightly different way of doing church.
We've been preparing for you though, so all the preachers and service leaders have been practicing looking at the camera and looking at people in the room, so that you won't feel like you're just watching somebody recording church. It will feel like church. It's just that we're adding a camera to the mix.
Yeah.
So that's going to be cool. So you might have somebody moving around with a camera.
Yeah, things like that. You'll be like, oh, what's this? It's all a bit different.
Oh, it's all
But it's going to be
different.
fun. You get to see what it's like to be part of the broadcast service, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and Louise Rimble, can't help but sing under my mask. Am I thrown out if I do it? You're not going to get thrown out for singing. You're going to get thrown out for cussing your pastor. That's what you're going to get thrown out for. And Danny's saying 1 meter rules. Does this mean I can't hug people?
You shouldn't be able to hug people.
Danny, for you.
I can't imagine Danny would want to.
Of course he wants to.
Is he
He's a closet. He's a closet hugger. He's a clugger.
He's a clugger. And I like to read
He
his
loves
comment
it.
here. Depends how long your arms are. If you've got 1 meter plus arms, you'd be all right then, Dan. You'd be all right.
He's a clugger. Danny the
Okay,
clugger.
so we'll get.
So arrive 10 minutes before registered time, and we'll talk about what to do with your kids if you're bringing kids.
Yeah. And that's because people will be seated in households. So when you come to the entrance of the Corfmullen building or the Ferndown building.
Yes. Let me just say this. 9 and 11 at Corfmullen, which is our Pool campus effectively, because we're not at Magna at the moment. 10:30 at our Ferndown campus. So all these rules apply at all of the places. So 10 minutes before the 10:30 start time at Ferndown. It'll be 10:20 you have to get there for. And the hub will be watching the broadcast service at 11 a.m. from Lounge 1. And again, get there at 10 to, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
And again,
same rules apply at every location.
Yes, and again, people will be sat in households. So you'll be already allocated a seat. So someone will just go and help you know where to
Get
sit.
into it. In there.
And it's quite important that when you're told where your seating is, that you go straight there, that you don't use that opportunity to kind of go and chat to these people over here and these people over here. We are supposed to just stay in our households and not mix.
Yeah. So you think you're gonna lose me? Ain't happening, Luby. Me and you, one flesh. That's how God ordained it, Luby.
Why do you go that word? Okay, here we
One
go. Here it comes. Here's the
floppy
big
flesh.
one. Oh gosh. That's the worst.
So there, they've got some comments here. Ah, look at that. I'd break the rules for you, Dom. I've got long arms.
Nice.
Bring it on. Bring it on,
that
Tim.
Would be good. That would be good.
Hold me close to you.
Oh, and look at this. I love Louise. And is this in one of the banners?
No.
Okay, so this is an
Never
amazing
let
point.
me go.
COVID cleaners. I love that we are starting to recruit people to
And lay
clean
it all down
the
again.
building. Shush now. Between services. So we need cleaners before the service, the first service. We need cleaners kind of midway through the service, just to do a quick whip round, and then in between services as well. So if you feel able to clean, and I kind of need to make this clear,
We need people serving.
we do.
She will never get clear enough. Serve.
But my clarity is on not being in one of the vulnerable groups. So if you're considered vulnerable, then maybe COVID cleaning isn't a job for you. But if you want to serve, we can always find other things to do. But if you feel able and ready to clean, we would love you to clean, because we need to make it as safe as we possibly can for everybody else. And don't worry, Louise, I will be in touch with you about that.
Awesome sauce. Okay.
So this is the big one then. This is the one everyone is
Number
asking
5.
about.
Are you ready? Here we go. Here we go. Loud singing and shouting is not permitted.
No.
So, Louise, show us loud singing, please.
No,
Come on.
I won't do it.
Come on.
I can't sing quietly, let alone loudly.
So this is something that we don't really want to have to police or vet, and because there's going to be face masks as well, it's just... So what we're saying is loud singing and shouting is not permitted. So, sing at your talking kind of volume, which for me is like this. Hold me close to you. Yeah, so morning church. I just nearly dribbled.
Well,
we're going to just... welcome to Sunny Hill today. We're going to have a time of worship. Christ alone.
No, don't do that. Please just don't. Just generally. Just generally don't do it.
Cornerstone.
Just as a rule of thumb, don't do that.
So you, under no grounds are you allowed to raise a hallelujah. If you're coming to Sunny Hill thinking you're going to raise a hallelujah, you need to maintain a hallelujah. That's what you got to do. You might maintain and decibel.
Whisper a hallelujah.
Yeah, exactly. You raise a hum.
Whisper
You raise a hum.
Hallelujah.
I raise.
Hum a hallelujah. Hum a hallelujah. Some people though, I've been to the hub a few times and I love the hub, and actually some people are kind of singing even quieter than their actual speaking voice under a mask.
Yeah, well, there we go. And this is a great point, because I know at Sunny Hill culture is a bit of feedback in the room. We don't want to stop that at all. We like it when people get involved. In the 11 o'clock, we're not expecting you to sit silent. We're expecting you to be you. And so all we're saying is, don't go, Dom, you're an idiot. Just go, Dom, you're an absolute legend.
Oh, that too.
What?
That too.
Dom, you're a legend. Dom, you're amazing.
Thanks,
So,
Steve.
but we do want people engaging, okay?
We do.
So, amen, hallelujah.
We absolutely do. And this is another great idea. You can hallelujah outside.
You can.
You can raise it before you come in and raise it on your way out.
Raise it.
Inside, it's
and
just
then
a
just
hum.
maintain it.
Just maintain
No,
it.
you don't have to hum. I think you can sing. I don't know what we can and can't say, but basically, just
to
read between the lines. Loud singing and shouting is not permitted. I mean, it's perfectly acceptable if you're at Butlins or if you're at Take That concert, apparently, or if you're at the football. But at church, not permitted.
No, it's not permitted. So the next one, this is a good one as well. Pastoral care will be followed up in the week. So sometimes, as part of our church gatherings before they were broadcasts, we would do something like pastoral care afterwards, didn't we? We'd do some like prayer, some kind of ministry afterwards, some kind of catch-ups. A lot of people have got lots going on in their life, and oftentimes it would, some people would gather together and kind of get together and pray or comfort each other. Can't do that in the building. We can't do that in the building. So what you will be given is you'll be given a kind of pastoral care card.
Rastamouse.
So you can fill out your details and someone will get back to you. If you need some pastoral care, if you need some prayer or some people to talk to you, to be with you, then you can kind of request that on a card, and we have to quarantine the cards. We have to quarantine the cards for a couple of days. So it won't be like, oh,
we'll
straight
take
away.
That. Oh, you had an awful week. Give us that card a minute. Put it into an evidence bag.
Yeah, we have to leave them for a couple of days, and then we'll give you a call back. Okay. But can I just say on that, if the hub is great, the hub is a brilliant place, and if you're in need of some pastoral care, there is a bit more. There's a bit more of an opportunity for that to happen at the hub than there is for that to happen in the church building. So if you're feeling like you're vulnerable or that you need support or you need someone to be with you, then head to the hub. That will be your best bet for that.
Stephen Wood has acknowledged how crazy it is that I'm doing this session. Look, I love how they have tasked on with passing across do's and do nots.
I'm trying, Stephen. I'm trying to really.
It's going to be hard work for Richard trying to keep a handle on it.
Richard's already been on the phone twice. Like, don't say that. Do say that. And I dread to think. How bad we're going.
Can we just say this though, right? I don't want you to think that this is the type of church we're becoming. Like, if we're seeing people upset on a Sunday, we're not trying to breeze over the need to pray with people. We just got to find the appropriate space to do that, because we are keen to get Sunday gatherings happening in physical locations, which means that even I am going to have to try my hardest to be as compliant, fully compliant. And so I'm joking around a little bit now. But can we not have a side room at Corf Mullen? So at the moment, all the rooms are allocated for various things from next year through to
a lot of storage
and stuff. But also because of the turnover of services and the cleaning that needs to happen, we need to get one service out.
Yeah.
But it's only a season that we're going to do. And Tim Lloyd saying, I love watching you guys from Herod, even in the strange times. Oh, that's kind of him, isn't it? I love how you can make good in a bad situation. I assume he's talking to me there, Lou.
Clearly.
Because you're just a spectator to the magic that's unfolding around me.
Oh, here we go. This is a big one as well. Because Sunny Hill is known for its hospitality, isn't it?
It is, big time.
So for a little while at least, we will not be able to serve refreshments. So no teas and no coffees.
This one, I'm not happy
We're not happy about this. And that goes for the hub,
I like
too.
Sarah Gravat's cakes.
Oh, don't.
I love it when it... I like
and
Hattie's
Leslie's
biscuits and Leslie's sponge cakes.
Oh, my cakes.
The people who bake do such an amazing job. I'm not a hot drinker.
I am,
but
and I miss the coffee.
I am a cake eater.
And all the syrups and things as
This isn't helping our cause.
No, we're not doing well here. But we can't do it. We can't have refreshments, and we can't have it in the hub, even though we're in a cafe.
Some invisible ones.
So bring your own bottle of water.
Bring your own supplies. I like this idea that like you bring your little like...
Oh, it's going to be back in those days where people used to like rustle the sweets. Bag of crisps, like...
That's how you do your bag of crisps. Louise eats bags of crisps like someone's going to steal them.
I know.
It's crazy.
No one's going to nick it. And I'm like shoveling it in.
Get the last bit of crumbs in.
So anyway, bring your own.
I think Louise was
water.
Raised in wartime, the way she finishes packs of crisps off.
I had a big sister and she was strong. Okay,
bring your own supplies.
This is another important one. Next gen pre-registered and pre-post.
Pre-post service drop off, pick off. Pick up.
Pick off. So there is a kids work. I'm so excited about this. There is a next gen work for all primary school
from the get-go
kids.
at Poole, and that's going to follow at Ferndown as well.
Absolutely, and that's really exciting because a lot of parents haven't been able to engage in any service for a long time. So there is a next gen provision, and not just a provision. It's not just babysitting service. It's that our kids are actually going to get a church experience, aren't they?
Yeah.
And I'm really excited about our kids finally getting back in.
Our kids are pumped about it, aren't they?
Oh, they're so excited. But in order to come to the kids' work, you need to pre-register them, and then you need to drop them off at the side entrance. So there'll be hosts there to show you where to go. You can't take them straight down to the door. You kind of have to drop them off further back a bit, and then
down the road, over the hill. Just let them go.
It's all in the same car park. You have to let them go and then collect them at the end of the service. So they don't come into the Corf Mullen building. They don't come into any of the buildings, the Ferndown building either. They don't come into the building because then they have to be added as part of the registered number of people in the room. So
Tim Lloyd saying, can we bring beer? But I don't mind. If you think my preaching is that bad that you need to take a stiff one.
Communal beer.
Becca Lincoln's got a great question here, and I think it relates to one of the things that we'll come to that in a moment. Okay.
I didn't see that.
Teresa saying, what about communion? We'll distribute communion. We've been trialing these little communion cups that are COVID compliant, and only you will be touching and administering your communion like it's a jug of some sort.
We won't be doing the like big breaking up of bread with my germs, my germs, my germs. Dom's spitting all over it. So no, there'll be little tiny cups with the wafer on the top that we've been using, and you might have seen us use them in the podcast.
Yes, absolutely. Can't wait to bake again.
Oh yes, babe. Oh, she comes in with those big crates.
There's a Take That song about me.
Cupcakes in, doesn't she?
I want you bake. I want you bake. I want you bake for good.
Okay, there we go.
Picnic working basket, totally acceptable.
Yeah, always,
totally acceptable.
Always room for a picnic.
Bring it. Okay, and Kate Upshaw's asking, do you have anything for 4-year-olds? We'll come to that in a moment. Okay, right. So no refreshments. Next, just to say on this next gen side of things, if you're bringing a child but they're not going into next gen, you still need to register them into the service. Okay, so I think it's quite clear on the website. I haven't actually looked at it, but I'm assuming that it's all pretty cool. Okay, okay, here we go. So there'll be a separate area for those with babies or young children, and just to state, pre-registered ones. So even if you're bringing a baby or a toddler, they still need to be registered into the service.
They count. They still part of the count.
There's going to be a space, but it's not going to be totally removed from the main room. It's just kind of, for those who know the Kaufman building, there's a little lounge just off center to that. So I think
with the herringbone
floor, which you will love.
I love that.
And there's going to be a stream into there. What's happening in the room is going to be broadcast, but you'll also hear it, and I'm sure you'll feel a part of it. So you can. So there's going to be some things there, but again, any toys or activities that your children will need, you're going to have to bring yourself.
Yeah,
and just to say to Kate as well, is that if your child is 4 and in reception, is that possible?
Yeah. Then it's primary age. So if they're 4 and in reception, they can go into the next gen. They can
register for next gen work.
Yeah.
Awesome sauce. Okay. And finally, this is really important. If you have any inclination of having fun, remove that from your thinking, okay?
That's not one.
That's not one.
I'm just playing.
I'm just playing. I'm just
being
naughty.
There's no rules against fun.
Yeah. So absolutely. CM Rec after service.
Yeah, that's good.
You know what? If you've got friends at church or you see a small group and you want to chat outside in a car park, that's up to you.
Up to 6 adults.
Up to 6 adults, but that's them.
Up to 6 adults.
We can't police that.
We won't be policing it, but we recommend that obviously you don't congregate in groups in the forecourt of Sunny Hill, but you can up to 6 adults and 2 households, or 2 households, isn't it? 6 adults.
Unless we can get people married off every week, and then we can have a gathering of like 15 people or something.
There we go. Right? That's the deal.
Happy days.
Hopefully that makes some sense. Any more questions?
So give us your questions. We'll be done in about 7 or 8 minutes, but just the highlights of this is that we're really looking forward to seeing you again. We're looking forward to getting 4 locations up and running. And on Sunday night this week, me and Louise are going to be catching up with good friends of Sunny Hill, good friends of the Apostolic Church, Pastor Wayne and Ruth Swift, all the way from Melbourne, Resound Church. And we're going to be talking about, because the churches in Australia have been meeting for a little longer than us now, and they're seeing some trends and some things that I think are quite interesting and may speak into kind of the future shape of the church. And so we're going to unpack some of that. What I do want to say is, like, for us, the goal isn't to try and just get us back to what we were doing before. Like, it's not a win for us to be back at Magnum doing all the same old. We really want to use this opportunity to think, like, what might God want to do in us and through us that was different to before?
Yeah, absolutely.
And what's been amazing is, like, I really miss people. And, like, people are something that's easy to take for granted, aren't they? Especially when you're used to seeing them all the time. But I think now there's this renewed desire to be back in people's lives and stuff.
Definitely. And just one more push for small groups.
Yes.
Because actually we have launched so many small groups throughout this season. And even though they meet on Zoom, we've loved our small group, haven't we?
We've loved it. It's been so good. Apart from Danny.
You ADHD, what are you doing? We've loved our small group. And so if you're not in a small group, this is still a great time to join one, and we can't wait to be sort of socializing a bit more with our small group over the next few months.
Get this right, if you are inclined and you don't carry a lot of fear over the COVID thing, from Easter weekend, you can invite another household into your garden.
Yeah.
So you could have someone from your small group come and chill out and have a barbecue or something. That's pretty cool.
Really
isn't it?
good.
That is so
It's
cool.
crazy that feels like a luxury now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just having other people around you feels like a massive luxury. So yeah, we're excited anyway. But we know that there's lots of people that won't feel comfortable and confident to come back quite yet. And so please don't feel pressured to come. We have an online church ready to go.
We do. And on that, Life Church Hereford looks like they may be joining us on Easter.
Nice. Yay.
Easter's a great time to celebrate together.
So good. Can't wait for Easter.
Favourite Easter song?
I'm not very good at titles of songs. Resurrecting.
He
that one.
is risen. He is risen. He is risen. Jesus is alive.
There we go.
Come on. Oh, Super is saying, just gone to memories. It's you guys last year in the garden.
Oh gosh.
What, when we did that? Was that one?
Probably.
We did a lot of silly things in the garden.
That one.
Oh yeah.
Oh. That was a crazy year.
Has anyone got any questions? If there are any loose ends that you are still looking for clarity,
as
we are negotiating,
and
talking
don't worry,
about get physical.
Because as soon as you register, you'll get an email, and the email will contain pretty much everything that we've said in a much better detail. So don't worry, if you are registering, you will get all of this in written form.
Yes. Well done, Newbie. You're so good at it. Time for school run, Lou. Send him off. Oh, Danny's saying, if I'm signed up for a meeting but feel like I have man flu. Well, first of all, Danny.
Man flu, Phil.
Danny
Jackson.
If you feel like you've got man flu, we will send our prayer team to your door. Because I know, man. It's not, Newbie, it's not funny. I know how bad man flu can be. Like, they think coronavirus is bad.
Bless you, Danny Jackson.
Try man flu globally. That is... So, like, if you come down with man flu, Danny, I'm telling you, you just call out my name.
It's a good question, though.
I guess it is.
It is a good question. If you register your place, and then probably not if you wake up on Sunday morning and feel a bit ropey, but if, for example, you can tell by Thursday that you're not going to be there on Sunday, maybe something's come up and you know that you're not going to be there, please do unregister or email the church to say that you are not going to need your place so that we can make it available to someone else. Because actually, this is another thing to say, another thing to say, is that we're booking up. Like, I spoke to Richard this morning and got the numbers for how many people are coming. And I think we've got like 7 spaces available for the 9 a.m. and like 8 spaces available.
3 for the 11.
3 for the 11, 8 for the 9, and then sort of around the 10 to 15 mark for the fan down. So places are booking up.
Yeah, they are.
Booking up really
and
quick.
We're still over a week away.
Yeah, so if you want to register, you need to get in there now.
On another note, as soon as Sunday, so let's say Easter Sunday at 12 p.m, registration will go live for the next week's service. Okay?
Yes.
So that's...
Say that bit again, because I wasn't listening.
I'm saying that, like, the registration opportunity will be open from something like 12 p.m. or sometime on the Sunday, the week before the Sunday you're booking in for is going to happen.
Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed.
Does that make sense?
Say it again, one more time, loud as you can. Not loud.
Okay, not loud.
Not loud.
Quietly, old boy. So a church on Easter Sunday. So at the moment, we've given a 2-week time to book in.
Yes.
But on an ongoing basis, you're only going to have 1 week to book in
Yes.
because the registration is going to open the Sunday before the Sunday you're due to come.
You get 7 days to register.
Easy like Sunday morning.
The registration opens on a Sunday for the following Sunday, effectively, yeah?
Sorry, what?
Registration for the following Sunday opens on the Sunday. So you have 7 days.
You have 7 days. And is that direct to Richard Garton? What does that mean?
I think that's, do you cancel your place if you email office out? There might even be a place on the registration. It might even say, once you get your registration email back, it might say, if you no longer require this place, then do this. Or you can always email office@sunnyhill.church.
Great. Well, I think that's about all the information you need. I think so. I mean, like, is there anything else that we need to say? We'll give another couple of minutes for people to pitch their questions into the chat space. And then just to know, we are looking forward to it. We've got people who are working hard to try and make us COVID compliant and COVID safe. And me single-handedly maybe undoing some of that work unintentionally as I mess about. But on Sunday, I'm going to be really working hard to play ball. And what What any other questions that we need to?
There's just a comment from Teresa saying registration opens the Monday before the weekend.
Is that how it works?
I thought it was a Sunday, to be honest. And Danny's put, Louise has put, can you make it later? Is this a distraction from the message?
No, we want to build that competitive spirit in Sunny Hills. Like, get in there. Get in there. It'd be so funny if you're preaching at 12 o'clock, everyone's getting out their phone.
In theory, the pastor should be finished preaching at 12 o'clock.
No, nonsense. That's a lie. That's a lie and lies are from the pit.
The reason why it is like that is because, in theory, the person should have finished.
What's really funny, though, is if they come to service and then like registration and they're like, nah, you're all right. The preach.
Get up and
want a part 2 of that? Nah, you're all right. Thanks, mate. Cheers, anyways. I'll watch it from home next week. Well, anyways, we are looking forward to seeing you. We are looking forward to being in a room with you. We're encouraged by the amount of people who clearly want to gather again. So we are buzzing. Is that regarding this? Oh,
there we go. Oh, that's a good one. Richard Garton. Hi, Richard's watching. He is commented via text to say that if you have COVID symptoms, don't come. Please don't come. If you wake up on Sunday morning or have any period up to Sunday without a negative test and you have a cough or a temperature or loss of sense of taste,
direction in life,
or all of the things.
I don't even know what this means anymore.
All of the things. Don't come. Just don't come. Don't come until you've definitely had a test, definitely proved yourself negative of COVID. Please don't come.
Alan, it's a shame. I was looking forward to seeing you. Right, Richard, I know you're watching. Can you just strike Alan's name from the database, please?
That's so funny.
We're going to go North Korea on this. Right, Joe Mengel, that's a great point. The hub will welcome all as an overflow site. So if you can't get into a service that you want to go to, the hub will be broadcasting 11. You've been to the hub a lot, haven't you?
I have.
And it's amazing, apparently. I've never been, but like, don't think of the hub as like a knockoff version of church. It's actually really cool. It's a bit really more intimate.
And we've prioritized the hub and its existence for people that feel a bit vulnerable, and there will be a lot of people still who maybe
don't want to get around me just yet.
Can you
believe that?
Splash zone.
Can you believe
Sunny Hill
that?
Splash zone. So the hub primarily still very much exists for people who maybe feel a little bit too vulnerable to go into a room with lots more people in it. As it is easier to space out because there's tables everywhere and there's a maximum number of 15, whereas there at Corfmullen there's a maximum number of 40.
Plus kids.
So if you're feeling like you'd love to go to church, but you've got some sort of vulnerability or risk factor to your health, it would be more appropriate for you to go to the hub. Let that be known.
Let it be known.
Let it be known.
So you've got a 9 a.m., a 10:30 a.m., 11 and 2 11 a.m.s. That's a lot of options.
Yeah.
It's good. Okay.
Hang on a minute.
Louise Drimple saying, you should come, Dom. I will be there. Louise, don't worry. I'll be there on Easter Sunday. Although we haven't booked in, have we?
No, it dawned on me. See, I've not put the kids into the kids, so they might be sat in the car park the entire time.
Joe said send them to the hub. We'll send them to the hub.
That's true.
Thanks, Joe. Colin and Joe are spearheading the hub, aren't they? The 11 a.m. hub.
It's all
team, is it?
It's a team effort at the moment. Yeah.
Okay.
They're on a rota for it. There's loads of cool people on the rota. Actually, it's really cool.
What qualifies as cool?
Where does that say?
No, you just said there's loads of cool people on the rota. Like, as in they skateboard to Lounge One?
They're just lush. They're just
lovely people.
I rota them and I'm like, I want to be on every single rota with all of these amazing people. It is amazing. Mm-hmm. Apparently the 11 a.m. is now full.
Boom.
The 11 a.m. service.
We're surprised by that.
So we can't go.
Have a great time, guys.
Sorry,
I've heard it's going to be amazing Easter Sunday. I think that I was expecting the 9 a.m. to be busier than the 11 because I thought people would just not want to be around the broadcast time. Obviously, we were wrong. Yeah. It is fun and it is different. So Tim Lloyd saying, I've not looked this up, but if you are vaccinated, do the rules stay the same?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They do. They stay exactly the same. Yes. They
okay.
Do.
There we
they
go.
stay exact until the government tell us otherwise.
So what's the point in getting vaccinated then?
Because then you don't get sick.
Well, have I got my little certificate? I've been jabbed.
You don't get sick. But the rules stay the same until the government says you're any different. We just play all of the cards the same. So someone posted a comment and I can't remember who it was, but it said, here we go. Oh, is that her? Yeah, there we go. Teresa says, if you get sick with COVID after being at church, who should you contact?
Not me.
Don Bird at sunnyhill.church. No, so you email Richard, and that's Richard at sunnyhill.church. So,
Well, but if it's a man flu, we'll be praying for you, man.
if you get a positive COVID test, then please email Richard at sunnyhill.church.
Hattie's saying cool equals not dressing like an F1 mechanic.
Agreed. I actually think he looks glorious.
Thank you. Becca Lincoln saying, sorry, just took the last 3 11 a.m. spaces.
Yeah.
Why do you want the 9 a.m., Becca? You fancy a lion a bit too much, do you, Becca?
Okay.
Have we accounted for anyone who may be passing church and wants to come in?
We can. We unfortunately we have to turn people away. You can only come in if you've registered. So as upsetting as it is, we can't have anybody in the building who's not pre-registered, and that's not a Sunny Hill rule. That's a government guideline to do with the COVID response. So yeah, sadly.
But if there's space in the service, then I assume they can pre-register on the doorstep.
It looks like we're full, to be honest.
But also, it's only going to be a short season like this. We're believing that, I was talking to Richard earlier, and we think that things will begin to open up and things will become a bit more relaxed.
I love that faith language.
You love it.
It's great, isn't it?
You know it.
And we're playing it by ear because, to be honest, we've seen other people that we know lead churches and say that, 20% have come back, 30% have come back, 50% have come back. So we're really kind of holding everything loose at the moment, aware that we might need to put another service on or do something different. But we're just playing it by ear. This is kind of why everything's a bit fluid, a bit flexible, church. The flexible church. Because we don't know, because nobody's ever led church through a pandemic before, right?
It's a pandemic.
It's a pandemic. There we go.
So yeah, and there's a great idea, Louise, because we know that you are like proper missional and you love reaching the community. It actually gives us a great opportunity to be proactive and thinking, I want to invite my neighbours to church, so I want to register them and invite them. Or I want to invite them, and if they want to come, I'll register them.
Plan your evangelism well.
Yeah, pre-plan,
soul saving.
predestined church places. 9 a.m. with a nearly 2-year-old takes him half an hour to eat breakfast.
Getting out of the house by 9 is an effort with a little one for sure.
You could bring your breakfast with you, couldn't you? Bring your own supplies and share them around.
Hook up a toaster.
No sharing allowed.
No sharing.
Okay, guys, we love you so much. We miss you so much. Who do you miss the most, Luby?
That's really hard, and I can't possibly say who. I just missed everybody. Look at all these glorious people in this group now.
What, all of them?
All. Just love them
but
all
Hattie's
so
in here.
much. I love Hattie.
I did.
She's one of the best.
Until about an hour ago. Now Hattie can do one.
Right. I think we're done.
Can't wait to see our babies. There have been kids born in lockdown.
Oh my goodness.
And we're going to get to meet them, which is pretty cool.
So crazy.
And you get like a little barge pole with a little finger at the end. You touch their little faces.
Yeah, and I guess it's good to be aware that a lot of people's lives have changed in the last year. Some for the better, some not so much for the better.
That's true.
So when you walk into the room and you see someone and you can see their setup looks a bit different from the last time you saw them, try to be really compassionate that with how you talk to them, if you can talk to them. Just try to be mindful that everybody's year has been a bit of a weird one and not everybody's walking back in the same.
Basically, Louise is saying, when you don't see Caleb with us anymore, it's because he didn't make it through the 3rd lockdown of homeschooling. He was done. He's gone. He may come with another family on Sunday. If he comes with Danny and Nikki, don't question it.
Don't judge it. Don't judge.
It was just a sweet.
You don't know, man. You don't know.
You weren't there, man. You weren't there. Anyways, we need to go. Have a great rest of your day. We look forward to seeing you. Hattie, we love you too. I love you. And I have enough grace in me to just look over all of the things you're saying about my attire today. I'm happy to be in red. Red's a glorious colour.
It suits you.
Thank you so much. Tim Lloyd is saying, Dom, you're the best pick-me-up.
I'm not sure that's what he said. Thanks, Tim.
All the best, Jonathan. Can't wait to be with you at Resound this Sunday.
Woohoo!
And also preaching at Sunny Hill this Sunday.
Oh, you're going to be busy.
I am going to be busy.
Omnipresent Dom. Omnipresent.
Nice. Why have I never thought of that?
Because I'm the real comedy in this duo.
Omnipresent. Yes. Omnipresent. That's what I want to be. I want to be preaching in Melbourne at 10:30 and then at Sunny Hill at 11 a.m. Domnipresent.
Omnipresent, man.
Domnipresent.
Yeah,
Domniscient.
Domniscient.
Domniscient. What is it?
Anyway, we're going to go. We'll see you on the 4th of April.
We'll see you Sunday.
In the physical.
In the spiritual and online.
Physical. I want to get physical.
We love you guys. Have a great week. I'm going to go and be omnipresent.